I've been finding that I like eating.
No shit.
What are you doing up there, Sam? Beezin'. This is your afternoon beezin'. I still have to look forward to evening beezin'. What, Sam? You think you're high and mighty up there, big boys? You're supposed to not be up there. It's dusty. It's dangerous. What are you doing, Sam? Beezer.
Hey, buddy.
Hey guys, how are you? Oh, I need some water. Flustered. Okay, so, move that on here in case I make a mess. I have made some homemade cornflake chicken strips, as you've seen. These are some oven lattice fries, but
they're not this. I'm not gonna eat all this food. This is for me and BB.
I just thought for thumbnail purposes that it would look better like this. As you know, display is important. And I have some veggies here, which I've been dying to take a bite of. Crunchy beauty bite. What I like doing is taking a bite of celery, taking a bite of pickle, or sometimes I slice the pickle very thin, lengthwise, and stuff it in the celery. All right, so here I have some Memphis-style sweet and spicy barbecue sauce by Heinz. This is how they turned out. Check it out, guys. They're nice and crispy. Well, it's holding on there pretty good because of the mayo, so let's waste no more time and just try this. Yum. Beauty, bite.
I say shh.
My stomach was growling as I was making this.
Get in my belly!
Because, you know, this is like my main meal. I've been finding that I like eating just like one huge, like, not huge, but big enough main meal a day. And just have smaller things throughout the day. Like fruit or fruit and nuts. Something like that. Big bite. Anyway, I wanted to tell you a story time about this time almost got arrested, but I don't know what the penalty would have been. But at the time that this happened, smoking pot was illegal. Very illegal. Even having a joint on you. And especially smoking it in public. So, I was like a teenager. And I was going through my goth phase. I looked pretty much exactly like the chick. The chubby goth chick. From South Park. It is uncanny how they get the character so right. Like, even the skinny goth dudes, the one guy that keeps flipping his hair, conformist. I was kind of a bubbly goth, though. I wasn't like your typical brooding, like, hanging out at coffee shops and smoking cigarettes. kind of goth. I was like a party animal. All my friends were not goth because I'm sure goths didn't really want to hang around with me because I was annoying. Like, I was bubbly, I was upbeat, you know, I wasn't like... quiet, brooding goth kind of thing. Or maybe just thought I was annoying. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm used to people thinking I'm annoying. One day, this was actually July 1st, Canada Day. And like on Canada Day, in my hometown, pretty much everybody goes down to the fireworks. There's like an area where the fireworks are. It's like a big park. I walked a lot back then. But I was like, just dressed in full goth getup. And it was steaming hot. I had like a black feather boa on. So, we're walking along, and my friend called on. We were with like two dudes, me and my friend, and another girl, I think. And we were looking for somewhere to smoke because there were like cops everywhere. Kind of dumb of us because like there were cops everywhere specifically looking for wayward teens who were smoking up. So, or drinking. You had to drink in the designated beer tent. So, further away from the crowd, down along the water, we find this little hut. We thought, we'll be safe, we'll just like hide kind of in the shade under the roof. So it was like on a hill, like a pretty steep hill, that went down into the to the water. I'm laughing because of part of the story that's coming up. Which you're gonna think I'm a bitch for laughing at, but okay. So we're all standing in a circle, not looking suspicious at all, just like huddled in a circle, trying to light this thing. I remember it had a run in it, like it burned unevenly, so we had to lick it so it would burn evenly. Anyway, we were teenagers with no jobs. We were teenage bums. So one joint was all we had. So, trying to light it. All of a sudden we hear, "Hey, you guys!" Now, this guy, Johnny, he had the most unique voice. It was only his voice, like, that's so good. When he spoke, you knew it was him, no matter where he was. Now, he was a mooch, too. Like, he always wanted in on, like, if you had something to drink, if you had something to eat, if you had a joint, if you had cigarettes, always bumming. "Hey, you got a cigarette?" I can't even do his voice. "Hey, guys, you got a cigarette?" As he was saying that, as we were looking up to see, like, you know, what startled us a bit, as he's coming down the hill, he tumbles. He always wore shoes that were, like, too big for him. And they would flop around. And I feel bad because I think he just didn't have enough money for good shoes. So he took whatever, like, was donated to him. But in this instance, it caused him to trip over. And he tumbled down the hill. And then I don't even know what happened to him. Like, he tumbled down the hill. And we kind of just all like, "That's Johnny," and kind of just went back to what we were doing. So I say that because you have to know him. Like, he's got 9 lives, maybe more. More lives than a cat. Because every time we would hang out and he would be around, he would injure himself. But, oh, yeah, speaking of clothes, I'm wearing this shirt again. I'm the type of person, if I like a shirt, I wear it like 100 times. But mostly also I need to do laundry. Alright, anyway. Also, I told Pete what some people gave me a new nickname, the Thick Cut Canadian Bacon. And he's like, "Well, that's a compliment because bacon's delicious. Everybody likes bacon." So, anyways, so he would injure himself and would just seem like recover right away. Like, he didn't even notice he was hurt. Like, we used to hang out at this park in back of a school that had, like, a forested area with, like, a trail. And the dirtbag guys from high school, seniors, would take my friends, my skinny junior friends, into the woods, and they would get BJs. So I would be on the swings waiting for them. I'm doing a video. I'll show you when you come out. And all of a sudden, and like Johnny was always there, just hanging around, bumming stuff. Someone gave him too much to drink. Wild turkey, this like nasty whiskey, cheap whiskey, bootleg whiskey. And he had disappeared for like a while, like in the bush. He had gone, nobody knew where he was. All of a sudden, all he hears, and he's like coming out of the bush. And he's got like, man, he looked rough. He's got all these burn holes in his sweater. I don't know, he must have burned himself with cigarettes. His knees were all blood, scraped and bloody, and I was like, Johnny, are you okay? Like, what's going on? He didn't know. He might have been fighting with himself in there. Anyway, that's the story with Johnny. He did really stupid shit. So we just kind of ignored him. I don't know if he tumbled into the water. I don't even know if he's still alive today. I don't know. Anyway, we're smoking. It was some smelly stuff, too. All of a sudden, I don't know how we didn't see this coming. What are you doing over there? Cops. With a dog, like a sniffer dog or whatever. Instinctively, my friend shoots it down the hill. And the grass was pretty tall, thankfully. But not that tall. He's like, hey, what did you just throw there? He's like super cross, angry cop guy, okay? And we were like ready to crap our pants. Probably already did.
Gonna have one more smaller one.
Small? Yeah.
Anyway, my friend is like, nothing, officer. Look, comes over with the dog. He's like, don't lie to me. I saw you throw something. What did you throw? Like, he was like yelling at it. Like he was cross. And my friend's like, nothing. We're all denying it. I thought, oh my god, we are in trouble because he has a sniffer dog. And we shot the thing when it was probably, I don't know if it was still lit. It kept going out on us, so hopefully, I was thinking hopefully it went out. The dog starts sniffing the grass around us, down the hill a bit. For some reason, the dog didn't find it. Like, just kept sniffing and sniffing, and I'm like, your dog's broken. Thinking that to myself. That or there is a God. Someone was looking out for us that day. Maybe Willie Nelson, I don't know.
Just roll me up and smoke me wine.
So I'm like, I just stayed quiet. And he was just like, he had no proof. It smelled to high heaven. But he couldn't find the actual joint. So he just yelled at us a bit, and I thought we were going to jail or something. I'm not for sure the dog would find it. But, nope. Found nothing. Like, that's a miracle. I don't remember what he said after that. But pretty much we just moved on. I think he told us to just move on. But that was scary. And he like was yelling. Like I've never been really yelled at by a cop like that. One time a cop pulled my mom over. And my mom is like 4'9". Not very big, I appreciate what cops do, but don't abuse your power. If you're like 6'2", huge muscle-bound cop, you don't need to like yell at my mom, okay? She went through a yellow light. It's one of those things that it's hard. Sometimes your judgment's off. Like, did you have time to stop? You know what I mean? He pulls her over. I'm in the passenger seat and I'm younger. Even back then I was running my mouth. He's like, you didn't see the light turn yellow? Just being an arrogant P-R-I-C-K. And she's like, you're right, I'm sorry. I didn't think I had enough time to stop safely. What do you mean? You had a lot of time. He was like yelling at her. So I was like, hey, don't effing yell at my mom.
You got some balls.
My mom was so mad at me for doing that. She just ignored me and gave her a ticket. Probably because of me. I was like so angry. I did that for my grandma too. I stuck up for her. We were at the park one day and these snotty kids
Ugh.
who I was in war with at the time. They didn't like me for some reason and they just picked on me. People don't always have to have a valid reason not to like you, right? It's just like, I think I would learn that by now. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes people are just not going to like your personality. These kids did not like me. And I really did nothing. I was just at the park. Excuse me. So, I have 2 strips left. There's another big one too here. I froze the rest of the chicken. There was like a bunch of chicken left over. I'm going to freeze it. Or I did freeze it. Anyway. So I really thank you for watching this video and having dinner with me tonight, guys. And I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.